Hello, everyone, and thanks for joining us today as we walk through the process of pre-recording your session for the upcoming OLA Virtual Super Conference. I am Michelle Arbuckle. I'm the Director of Member Engagement and Education here at OLA, and I'm also the Conference Director. And today I'm going to be walking you through basically the step-by-step instructions on how to record your session for, for the audio plus slides option. So first, I'm just going to start off with where you can go to find some help. So this is the conference website, olasuperconference.ca. And if you hover over speaker information, you'll see there's speaker resources there. I'm going to click on that. And that takes us to this page here. You'll see a number of options at the top. So we've outlined here some upcoming deadlines and key actions to remind you about how to pre-record your session. This video will be found there. Some recording options or to find out what your recording options are. Tips on best practices for how to record, information on how to engage with your audience, so what the Q&A chat and the discussion boards look like within the sessions, and then just a few ideas on how you might want to promote your own session. And then we've also linked to our frequently asked questions. We understand that because this is the first time we're trying the super conference virtually, there will be a lot of questions about what that's going to look like, how you engage with people, how you engage with your audience, how you can do various things in the conference platform. So we've tried to outline all of the possible questions we could think of there. But of course, if at any time you have any questions that aren't answered there or that you need more, specific information around, feel free to reach out. You can access myself and the conference team at superconference@accessola.com, and we're always here to help you through the experience. In terms of upcoming deadlines, a reminder that your slides and audio are due on January 26th, and your video upload is due on January 27th. There's one other deadline that will be added in here for January 26th, and that is the task around audience engagement, and we'll get to that later. So today we're mostly going to talk about the preferred option, the audio recording plus slides option for the virtual conference. So this is option number one, the preferred option. This is a default option in the conference platform. It's the option that comes with the software that we're using. If you go with a video capture, there is a separate process involved. And also just to note, for your own information, it costs OLA about $100 in addition to what we're currently paying for the conference platform to do a video capture. That's not to discourage you, but just to make you aware that if you're looking to do that as kind of a default or because you're not sure how to do the audio recording, I would encourage you to reach out. I'm happy to help anytime. Of course, there are scenarios in which the video capture should be used. I've outlined a few here. So if, for example, you have a panel of speakers for your session, or if you need to integrate a video into your presentation, or if your session relies on interaction between your presenters, then you would not want to use the audio recording option. You would definitely want to go with a video capture, and that would make sense in those options. But if you have any questions about which format to use, I would definitely recommend getting in touch. You can schedule some time to go over the various options with us here, and we're happy to walk you through step by step all of the various options for your particular type of session and also just to make you more comfortable with the technology. So for today, as I said, we're going to be looking at the default option, the audio recording plus slides for the conference. So the first step for this is you'll want to log in to the OLA speaker portal, which you should have a login to. There would be an email and a login key. And today I'm using Zach Osborne's account. He has allowed me to use his as an example today. So thank you so much, Zach. And I've already logged in as Zach, but if you need any help accessing this part of the portal, please reach out and let us know. So you'll see Zach has already completed the first 4 tasks in his speaker portal. Well done, Zach. But the next one is to upload his presentation slides. So I'm just going to click on that just to show you. So Zach is speaking in, he's actually speaking in 2 different sessions. I've added this one here. So it looks like he's speaking in 3 different sessions. And I have uploaded slides for this last one here, which I've named Orientation Test. But he would need to click on the title of his presentation here and submit his slides, his presentation slides this way. But for today's purposes, we're just going to look at orientation test. And you'll see here, his upload is complete. You can see the name of the file here, when it was uploaded, and the format, it's PPTX. But you are able to upload PPT, PPTX, PDF, Keynote, any of those options. So now I'm going to go back to his tasks. And the next task in his list is to record presentation audio. So I'm going to click on that. All of the session options are here. And I'm clicking on orientation test. So now you'll see at the bottom of the screen, below this timeline here, each of the slides are laid out for me to see. And in order to start recording, I need to click on a slide. So I'm going to click on the first slide. And that brings it up here for me to see. Now, what I would suggest is you can have this up on one screen and maybe have another screen with your script or your notes on it, or have a printout of what you want to say in front of you, and then you can just record as you go through. So I'm going to click Start Recording. Welcome to my presentation. This is my first slide. Here I'm speaking. You can see my audio is being captured because this green line is shown above the Stop Recording button, and that shows that my audio is being picked up. You'll also see that each slide here has a maximum of 20 minutes, and there's a countdown clock here that's basically told me how much time I have left for this slide. So that was my audio for the first slide. At this point, I can replay it. I can play and rewind and fast forward and go through. I recorded 26 seconds of audio for this slide, which means that you will see this slide as an audience for 26 seconds, or basically as long as I've been speaking. Now I can choose to delete that audio if I didn't like it, or I can save recording. I'm going to save the recording. And automatically, this platform moves on to the next slide. So now I can see. I'm shown down here at the bottom. I've completed audio for 1 out of 4 of my slides. I'm 25% of the way done. And now I can keep going. If I wanted to, I could click out of here. I could X out of here, log out, and come back later and record the other 3 slides, or I can do it all right now. It's totally up to you. This platform is open and available to you 24/7 for your convenience, so you can record whenever is most convenient for you. So here, now I'm recording audio for the second slide. This is me speaking. You can see exactly the same thing as the last time. I can see the green audio is telling me that audio is being captured. And now that is my audio. Stop recording. Save recording. Now, for the next slide, I actually don't want to say anything for this. I want the audience to be able to see it, but what I'm actually going to do is pose a question to them. So watch this. Start recording. This is my second slide. Isn't this fun? Please comment on the discussion board if you're finding this fun. If you don't find it fun, let us know in the discussion board what else you'd rather be doing right now. So what I did there was I posed a question to the audience. The audience will be able to see a discussion board, although we can't see it right now. And then I left dead air for about 5 to 10 seconds after I posed the question to give them time to go to the discussion board and answer it. So you can't hold on a slide without recording a certain amount of time. If I wanted to have 20 seconds of dead air on this slide, I would need to record and just not say anything for 20 seconds. But there's no way to just ask the system to hold on a slide for an amount of time without recording some kind of audio, whether you're speaking or not. So I'm going to save that. And now that slide will be presented for 20 seconds. And then this is the last slide. This is the third slide, I should say. We're getting the hang of this. I don't need to spend much time on this one. We're going to move to the next one. That was our last slide. So in our last slide, we would want to thank the audience for coming, of course. Now, I would also suggest that you make note of where you're speaking within your speaker queue. I'm going to go back and show you that for, let's just see here. Just before we do that, you'll see there's a green box around each of your slides here. That indicates that audio has been recorded for each of the slides that you have. 100% of the slides now have audio, so we can click complete task. Now this is giving me an error. It's giving me an error because it's saying my audio cannot be less than 45 minutes, which is untrue. I will fix that. It's obviously the total time for your session can't be 45 minutes, but you obviously can speak for less than 45 minutes as an individual speaker. So I'm just going to go back to show you. On Zach's presentation list, if we click on, sorry, let me go back. His task list, and we went to session description. So for this session that Zach is speaking in, he has 4 speakers total in the session. Angela, Zach, Heather, and Jillian are all speaking. And the way that they would need to record their slides is in that exact order. So Angela would need to start. She would do an intro to the session, an introduction of who she is, and then Zach would go next. Heather would go next, and Jillian would close. At the end of Jillian's slides, she would want to close by saying thank you to the audience, by encouraging any follow-up, etc. So you would want to make sure to make note of where you lie within this order of speakers, so that, for example, Zach isn't welcoming people to the session because that would have already been done by Angela. If, however, this team decides Heather is actually going to go first and Angela is going to close, then you need to let me know. You need to email us at superconference@accessola.com, and we will change the order of the speakers there for you. The order of the speakers, as it appears here, is the order in which your slides will appear. So Angela's slides will appear first, and then in the back end of this system, Cadmian system, they will stitch together the slides and audio that each of these people uploads. So Angela will record her own slides and audio. Zach will then continue with his. Heather will upload hers, and the same with Jillian. They won't log into each other's portals. They'll only log into their own. And then in the back end of this system, we would integrate all of those slides into basically one file that would be presented to the audience. And that is essentially what it will look like for you to pre-record your session. You'll see here, there will of course still be an X next to this task if you're presenting in multiple sessions. So because Zach is presenting in another session, this won't turn to a green check until he's uploaded the presentation slides for both of his sessions. And the same thing with recording the presentation audio. Just a reminder that for this option, the default option, option number 1, the deadline is January 26th, and you have a total of 45 minutes for your entire session. So please make sure that all of your speakers are aware of that time limitation. The Cadmium system will cut off the presentation after 45 minutes, so you'll want to make sure to not go over that amount of time. So thank you so much for joining us today. Again, if you have any other questions, please feel free to consult the speaker resources page or get in touch with us directly. Have a great day.